Hey guys, Diana here from Garden Love. Today I'm going to be prepping my beautiful kumquats for the summer. They had a large harvest this year. I didn't do a harvest video just because I didn't really necessarily harvest them all at once. Literally every time I would leave my house or I would come back from somewhere, I would just grab one and eat them, and my daughters and some of the neighborhood kids would also grab some. So I didn't do a harvest, I just would pick at them every single day. We still have some left in this one, and actually this is a tree that's my concern because it didn't produce as well as this one. So I'm gonna go see what's going on at the bottom of the container. Also, I'm growing some fish hooks and some banana. They're the same thing, but they have two different names. Some banana succulents, and it seems to be overtaking the pot. It looks very pretty, but I am concerned that the kumquats are not getting as much nutrients because the succulents growing so fast and taking everything from there. So I'm gonna see what the root system is like in there. And say hi, Lily.
Hi.
All right, so I'm gonna see what the root system of the succulent is like in there, because I want to make sure that it's not deep rooted and taking over the pot, because my biggest concern is actually the kumquats, not the succulents. The succulents I can literally grow anywhere else, and I have plenty of space for those. I mean, I'm even growing them in the ground. They're so easy to propagate that I have them going everywhere. Anyways guys, so let's get to it. Let's see what's going on in the container, and let's add some awesome amendments in there so that way it can continue to thrive through the summer. Alright guys, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I am literally just going to tilt this thing over so I can pull it out and see what is going on inside this container. Break the container. I'm going to pull it out as best as I can. And the roots are doing so good in here. So you guys can see that. Let's see. You guys see that? So the biggest question is, how are these succulents doing in here, and how much are they taking? So the roots are going down pretty deep, I would say about halfway. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them in here or what. They don't seem to be bothering the actual tree, which is a good thing. I'm not too happy that I cut some of these roots off, but he'll survive. Actually don't see where the drainage hole is. Definitely gonna need these gloves to continue to scratch. So what I'm thinking is that the drainage, there's one tiny hole, and I don't think there's a lot of air getting to the roots. I also don't think that the water is draining, because over here the soil is a lot drier than down here. So what I'm going to do is get a drill and drill a few other holes. That way it could drain a lot better and faster. I was actually thinking it was draining too much, and I was going to put some net, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't see that that's an issue. So let me go ahead and get the drill and get started with this. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is flip this container upside down, get everything out of it, then use a drill to drill some more holes to improve the drainage. Then after that, I'm going to take the hose and actually rinse it out for two reasons. One, to ensure that I get all the dirt out of there, and two, to see how the drainage is doing and see if it's working a lot better. Guys, just remember that this is a citrus tree, and just like any other citrus, it does not like to sit in water. It like wild drainage, and I think it's going to do a lot better once we're done with this. Another thing I'm going to
do to improve the drainage is add these rocks to the bottom of the container. Once I add the soil, it will definitely help with drainage and it will prevent the holes from getting plugged.
Alright guys, now that I'm sure that there's plenty of drainage holes there, I'm gonna add rocks. For some reason when I potted this years ago, it did not have rocks at the bottom, which is very unusual. So I'm gonna make sure that it has rocks right now. And I'm adding those in here. And once I'm done doing that, I'm also going to add the netting to prevent all the soil getting plugged, because that's another thing I did notice, it was plugged. So here's a net. And I am going to just kind of like make it kind of thick. And I'm gonna do that at the bottom. It might be too thick. I'm gonna cut this in half. So I am just gonna lay it right there and start adding soil to it.
I'm going to lay it down.
This soil is actually pretty good. Alright guys, now that I'm here, I pulled up a little bit of these succulents. The roots don't seem to be going as far as I thought they were. So I think they'll be fine. But what I'm going to do, since this is getting very thick, I'm actually going to take some off. And I am going to do, oh wow, look at that. The roots aren't that big at all. So that's a good thing. That means that these two plants can grow together. But what I'm going to do is grow these in a separate container, and I'll show you guys in a separate video what I'm going to do with these. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But I'm going to leave these in here since they keep growing so well. I mean, this is, in a few weeks, it will be as big as that. So now I'm just going to put this back into the container. Alright guys, so the tricky part now is how I'm going to get this inside the container without damaging any more of the roots. I'm adding some of the soil, which is the original soil that it was in. So let's see, I took all the succulents out. I can add them a little bit later. To my surprise, the roots were very short, so I'm very happy about that. So now let's just get this inside its container. Hey there, you don't belong in there. Okay, good. So I wanted to raise the level of the root ball, which is perfect. I put some soil down below. Let me take this mulch off. And what I'm going to do is just fill in the side. I'm going to use the soil that it was originally in. And I'm also going to add some of this.
Guys, I'm using citrus and palm soil for this container. Just keep in mind, kumquats aren't that picky, but this does help with drainage as well. And just so you guys know, this is one of the easiest trees that I have growing in my edible courtyard. It produces and it needs little to no care. I mean, even while this container was getting a lot of water at the bottom of the container due to non-well drainage, it was still producing and doing okay.
Alright guys, so now I'm going to choose which succulent I'm going to keep in there. I seem to like this one because it has a lot going on. So what I'm going to do is just dig a little hole right here, put it back in there. I need some help because it is heavy. Okay, I'm going to spread it out.
Lastly, I'm gonna add some mulch, and just in case I didn't mention it earlier, I did add some fertilizer because it is hot now, so I want to make sure that this little tree is well fed and ready for the summer. I feel so much better now that this project's done. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me some thumbs up. If you're a newcomer, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.